What's up, guys? As you probably noticed, we haven't done a video in a couple weeks, and this is because we've been getting a lot of snow here lately, and we haven't had time to get together to film a video. So I figured I'd do a video here today on a request we've been getting a lot lately, and that's about creating a loud master, just to show you that we are still here and we are going to continue making videos. So, like I said, I'm going to be showing you how to make a loud master. Now, this does not replace or substitute a professional master, because a professional mastering engineer is going to make your mix sound a whole lot better than it already sounds. But this should give you a pretty loud master for like a demo or whatever, if you don't have budget for mastering. This will keep you up with commercial level volumes. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Mixer. That's Control M, or you can hit View in Mixer. Make sure this is on. Okay, these are the two effects we're going to be using: G-Clip and the W1 limiter, which is a Waves L1 limiter clone. Both of these are free, and I'll put the links in the sidebar. But let's first go ahead and take a listen to the mix, how it sounds now. Alright, so that's how it sounds now. It sounds pretty good. Everything's pretty well balanced. Now, the first thing I'm going to add is this G-Clip. And what G-Clip is going to do is it's going to cut off the peaks of your audio file, which is, in this case, these little things, these little spikes right here and here and here. These are kick and snare. So that's what we're going to cut off so that we can raise the rest of the overall volume. The clip knob is going to adjust anything over the little white lines over here when you lower the clip knob is going to be cut off, and then the gain is going to increase the overall level of everything else. I hardly ever use softness, but this reduces clipping if you use a little bit of softness, but that also reduces your volume, so I usually just use it on 0%. But a good starting point that I find is somewhere between like 85 and 95% clip on the first one, and then usually 2.2, 2.5 dB. So let's go ahead and listen to this. Alright, so this is with the effect on, and that's with it off. So you can already tell there's a pretty big difference. So let's turn that back on. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens if you reduce the clip knob too low. It starts to sound really bad, and it clips everywhere. And you don't want that to happen. You just want to cut off the tips of the snare and kick. So let's go ahead and put this at a pretty ridiculous setting, like 30% or something. And then let's play that. So as you can see, that sounds pretty awful. And that's what you want to avoid. So let's go ahead and put that back up to about 90% and 2.2 dB. And the next plugin we're going to add is a W1 limiter. And this is going to compress, it's going to limit the mix after the G-Clip's already been applied. So this is going to take it even farther. And usually I don't use any more than 4 dB limiting. Anything more than that's pretty much going to ruin your mix. I usually like to keep it around 2 or so. So let's go ahead and adjust that. Alright, that's pretty nice. And then the last thing I'm going to add here is another G-Clip. And this is going to do the same thing as the first G-Clip, except it's just going to take it a little step farther. And you do these incrementing like this so that you don't induce clipping quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and set these to about the same. I usually leave the clip knob a little bit higher on this one though, because it has a tendency to clip pretty easily. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a listen. Alright, so as you can see, that's a pretty loud mix. It's probably not quite commercial level volume. You could push this a little bit farther, but just tweak with these settings and see what you can get. And as you heard, the mix is still good sounding. It doesn't sound overly compressed. So I guess that's pretty much it. Well, actually, let's go ahead and export one of these, and I'll re-import it into the session to show you what the WAV files look like. Alright, so there, as you can see, the difference between this, the unmastered version, and this one, which is the mastered version. As you can see, it cut off the clip, or cut off the tips, and then it raised the overall level of everything else. And yet it still sounds pretty good. So, hope that helps you all get a loud master. Like I said, this does not replace a professional mastering engineer, as they'll do a whole lot more than I just showed you to make your mix really shine. So I guess that's going to be it, and we'll see you in a next episode, hopefully next week.